Look at those waist jeans.
Dude, low-waisted jeans from the 90s.
That's
God damn!
No, it's high-waisted.
Oh, but I'm saying like low-waisted jeans from the 90s and 2000s. That's my jam. High-waisted jeans, fuck too, but like low-waisted jeans, goddamn.
We're on recording. I can't say anything. I would have words.
And I am also on recording.
I would have
It's either going to get edited out or it's going in the live. One of the two. I don't care. I'll say it. Low-waisted jeans. God damn.
I can talk about how some fluffy blonde ends.
What do you mean, like the...
Where it's like...
Yeah, blowout style.
Yeah.
Like it's
and it's
blowout.
like bouncing on the end?
Yeah. All right, I got the YouTube up. Let's get the...
Let's get this
Instagram.
bread.
I got it! Look at that. I love this hat. It's not even a hat. I love this face mask balaclava thing. It's like the best.
Amped Wav.
It was a great easy up. So is that the
Great. What?
for FTX? So what did RPS buy?
I don't know.
I will figure it out, I guess. Oh well. Live.
You did the 6-7 thing.
Oh no. Kill me now.
Also, we have a new giveaway that went out today, but we're giving away this. That you can enter on our Instagram.
Whoa! Woo! Very cool.
Can we hold the box?
Don't drop it.
No, I wouldn't.
Don't drop it.
But I would let the people know that.
So, AI overview on the phrase 6-7.
Oh no. We're no.
All caps.
Anyways, hello everyone.
No, that's appropriate.
All right. Do this, and then we'll get to the
It
intro.
fundamentally means nothing.
What?
Yeah, all caps. Or bolded.
The phrase 6-7, pronounced 6-7, is a viral and it's popular among the Gen Z and Alpha that fundamentally means nothing. The entire point of this meme is nonsensical and playfully absurd nature, often used as an inside joke signal being in the know. Yeah, it's dumb. So dumb.
It means nothing.
So dumb. Anyways, hello everyone. Welcome back to the Amped Lunchtime Live. I'm already stroking out. You can tell that I'm drunk. You're joined by myself, Logan, and
Talon, and from customer service.
who just got a 3D printer. I'm saying this now. This is really flimsy.
Yeah.
I was
yeah.
I was screwing around with it, and I pressed the sides, and I was like, oh, there's nothing. It's one layer.
Yeah.
It's kind of cute, though.
It's all right.
Yeah, you use some workouts and your prints and stuff.
Well, I just like downloaded and drag and dropped,
Yeah.
so I didn't do anything.
Would you do like 100% infill on the inside of this?
I literally just said I did nothing.
No, I said, would you do 100% infill? Listen, Talon, come on, damn it.
Yes, I would infill all of that.
How did this print like this?
Yep, vertical.
Okay.
Which is why the
It's
entire
all
top part
fucking
ripped.
Yeah, okay. Neato.
Yeah.
If you need some filament, I know Josh, my brother Josh, he's got like bags of it, and he keeps it humidity controlled and stuff like that. I can happily, because I'm driving back home next weekend, I can drag some of it back for you if you want.
Yes,
Cool.
Gray Bush, it is a mini L85.
Hello!
How did you know?
Look, he's so cute. Can you 3D print a gold chain for me? And an MP5K, so I can wear a gold chained MP5K.
I can do a mini MP5K. I don't know if I can do it in gold.
I mean, like, do it in, like, bright yellow or something. Piss yellow. Because this is, like, PP yellow. Dude, if your pee looks like this, you need to go to the doctor. It shouldn't be chalky.
I bought an F2 from you guys to put in my MP5 and it didn't work. Does that fall under legal grounds to sue?
I dare you.
No.
I'm kidding. Also, no.
If you buy new tires for your car and you installed the tires, that doesn't leave you grounds to sue the tire manufacturer because...
Yes, this is correct.
So...
This is correct. Did you know?
Because you forgot to put the lugs onto your tires.
Okay, so I had a really funny thing happen. So I used to work at Discount Tire forever and a half ago, and when I worked at Discount Tire, I had this lady. She came in, and we did her like a tire rotation stuff like that, and I was actually the one doing it. Did her tire rotation. She leaves. About 10 minutes down the road, she comes walking in and storms in, yelling at us that we forgot to put on lugs on her tires. One of the lugs, and it caused her whole tire to come off. Key term, one of her lugs out of the 5 on her tire. I'm like, no, that's not That's not possible. Like we've done it. We looked at the cameras, and you see me do all 5. And she then came back and tried to do exactly that. Like she tried to sue us for not putting one lug on, which caused her tire to fall off. I'm like, no, it's not. 6 months later, turned out that she had a bad wheel bearing, and her whole thing just went. I guess. I fucking love tires. I love cars. I'm a car guy at heart, but my God, it's a headache. What are you looking at now?
Now I'm just looking at now I'm getting a much closer look because now there's good lighting.
Why don't you get a 3D model of your LED 5?
I tried to do that. There's currently no commercially available models.
Do we have a 3D scanner, or somebody has to have a 3D scanner, and you can just beep. We do.
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
But it doesn't translate that because I did Polycam and a couple other programs.
Oh, that's right, the one that Corridor uses. Yeah, I was going to say that's also a really smart one.
And that does not fully translate from the Polycam to the 3D print.
Now, is that an issue with your phone quality or your phone camera not having a high enough camera resolution? Because I have a brand new camera. Maybe it'll give it a higher resolution.
No, it has to do with the format from the Polycam, how that file coordinates vector points and then identifies the overlay detail. It maps it onto the vector files rather than creating what is the word I'm looking for? Blocks, essentially. Blocks, and creating definition in a physical item that has length and dimension instead of something that has vector points in a map that has no correlation.
Yes, okay.
It just doesn't copy paste.
Got it. Interesting. I did not know that. Genuinely. He taught me something new. Mike says, my manager is more invested in my love life than I am. I just want to see you succeed, buddy. Hello, Graybush. Left, he's usually on the right, and Logan's on the left, he's usually on the right, and it's bothering me. I'm usually on this seat. No, I'm in that seat if Ross is here. I force Talon to be in that one because it's the squeaky seat, and I move around too much, and it would drive all of us nuts in here. Poppins, hey, I got a real airsoft questions. I'm switching my S&T M1918 bar to Dean's, and I can see that motor is looking pretty basic. Is there in there staring back at me? Can I put a motor in it, or only certain ones? That's from Poppins.
No, you can put aftermarket motors inside there. That's fine.
You mean, I guess he also asked, what motor would you recommend? He said it looks just like the one from his V2 guns, so probably ASG motors?
I prefer ASGs, but I also use very high tension parts in my VFC builds. The S&Ts, like the piston and cylinder, or excuse me, the piston rather than the cylinder. Piston can not be that well built to handle higher tension springs or higher gear rotations. So you might need to do a 30, 35K thereabouts.
There you go.
Relaxing. Careful, Poppin'. Some of the amped guys don't even know what an AEG means.
It's an all-electric gun. God, come on now.
Automatic electric gun.
All-electric gun. Honda 96, bro. LCT revealed the MP5 a few weeks ago. Yeah, I want an MP5. I want a real MP5. I don't even give a shit if it's the HK one or the Century Arms one, but I just want an MP5. That's it. I already have the suppressors for it. I have the subsonic ammo. I just need the MP5. I only ask them headaches. That's fair, Poppins. Yeah, it's a headache all the time. Not you. Just Airsoft as a whole. Not all the time. It's pretty fun when you're actually playing the game.
Yeah.
Relax. Question, what's the big difference with the new amped rag? Just saw it yesterday in the store. Well, the new amped rag, the bike you were in? So yesterday in a store. Oh, I thought you were in yesterday. I was like, we weren't open yesterday. No, the new reg, I thought we had one up here.
We do not.
We have our old SLP, which goes up to 120 PSI. Excellent. Look at that. We have props. The new one right here. So the old one is our SLP. That goes up to 120 PSI. Can only be used on SLP tanks, so 300 PSI, not your standard output of 800 PSI. And is wider format-wise, right? Because the old one, you have the big block over here, then you have your regular head push-down bit on this guy. The new one goes up to 200 PSI, can be used on non-SLP tanks, is overall thinner, And I mean, then this thing is just a tank. I mean, it's actually pretty damn bulky in a good way, not in a bad way, and is much thinner. The adjustment point up at the top as well is right there. So you can use an Allen key, or actually comes with a tool that goes into those little two holes in there. And that's how you turn the whole reg on, turn the whole reg off, and it has a really, really easy tournament lock instead of a plastic cap, essentially, that you're using for a tournament lock.
Yeah.
So, and I don't know if I said it can go on non-SLP tanks or SLP tanks, and the refresh rate on these are pretty high. I mean, they're comparable to the other regs on the market, like Cat 5s and MRSs and such like that. Maybe not nearly as high as the refresh rate as the Redline Mini SFR, but definitely can keep up with your LMGs and stuff. And it's like $90.
Yeah.
So, $25 upgrade from 65 to 90 to get a pretty good reg. I mean, I can use it with my Flak 10 and I have no problem. That thing is an air whore, so yeah.
Honda 96 build. So check this out. If you guys are able to get those MP5s once they are available, I'll take 2. Let me know when you know for real.
Shoot us an email. Like, honestly, shoot us an email, because if you want it, right, other people are probably going to want it as well. So it makes sense to bring a couple into the store to actually have, and also get a couple into the store to just play with. You know, make some good content with that. So shoot us an email. We'll see what we can do about that. Great Bush, they've been in the same place for the last month or more. This is our seats. Can we get plaques above our seats here to hang down?
Well, some of the plaques could be. Oh no, we didn't put these in the right way because I put some of the new G&G rifles up.
Yeah, I was gonna say this is a different orientation than I'm typically used to.
Yeah.
Where's the? Oh, there it is. I actually need that Hydra mount from that gun.
Hydra mount.
MDRX has my Hydra mount on it. Be careful. Be careful, Talon. You're about to get zucked.
So, imagine a laser on this. So,
oh, can we get? Do I have a laser? I can go get my PEC, and we can just like laser lasso things.
So that one I kind of wanted to put over on your side, and then the one right over your shoulder was the one I wanted to put on my side.
Is this the lightweight polymer one right behind me?
Yeah. So that is the polymer receiver. So the rest of those from the GMS series utilize an metal receiver, and then that one with the cutout skeleton with the magwell is polymer. It's their nylon reinforced polymer. So
new G&G guns.
Really sick that they were able to incorporate that into a build. We'll be doing a more in-depth breakdown of that one. And then we have this one, which is the Macaron Blue Bato series.
Yeah. They got pink ones.
We got the Bato series.
They have pink ones.
Hey, say you want some of the Batos? They got that quick turn spring system, homie. You feel me?
Mike's like, we need an amp live with all of customer service. We should do a company-wide live. That'd be a chaos thing incarnate. Oh my good lord. Relax, won't be at Eastern Front, but going to Blue Mag test event in PA. Nice. I didn't know they were actually having one out this way. I didn't know they were having an event this weekend. Or I guess it would be this weekend. Yeah. Nice. Have fun at that. Over on YouTube. What is that? Lil Litzy? Litzy. There we go. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Oh, hello.
Oh, hello, Mark.
Hello. Hello. Eric, I'm going to get to you in a second, Coco. I'll get to you first. Coco Bear, sup, fellas, with the rise of GBBRs in the U.S., do you see yourselves trying it out? Also, any plans on AMP carrying more GBBR stuff? I'll be watching later. So, as far as GBBR stuff, have been running GBRs for a
I'm like
second.
a huge GBBR dude.
He's the gas back nerd of the office. I used to run GBBs a lot. I had KMP9. I've had WeTech M4 rifles. I had a WeTech M16 that was sort of Vietnamese, which I really, really liked. But with where I played in the Midwest, I was typically playing outside. And more than not, typically playing when it's inclement weather, not inclement as in like rainy and crap, but like really cold. So it didn't make sense for me to have GBBs because just green gas and back then didn't work out well. Him, on the other hand, you have your KMP9, you have your KWA M4, you have
that is my longest lasting KWA M4.
I've seen those things.
I've had a couple other LM4s.
Yeah.
I've messed around with some GHKs.
GHKs are good. Yeah.
So I've got the VFC MPX that is not supposed to be in the U.S.
Oh yeah, that which is like the best thing ever.
And that I'm still trying to get some parts components on.
Yeah.
Have been really wanting some of the gas blowback MP5s, but I will not settle on anything that is WeTech Having
I agree.
messed around with some of the WeTech rifles between their normal ARs, their SCARs, and pistols. And it's funny that you bring up GBBRs in the US because I just had an email come in this morning asking if we were going to carry the VFC KS1, which is a Knights Armament British service weapon for their special.
Was that what you were talking
service.
about, Mike, this morning when I
Yep.
walked in? Okay.
Or if we were going to carry the GHK 416A5s.
Yeah.
The issue, the TLDR, is that we're never going to see the VFC Knights Armaments rifles. One, because G&G in the US has the exclusive rights for Knights Armaments. VFC does not, and G&G is not going to go to the VFC to manufacture GBBs for them. So that is never going to be something we're going to see in the US. On top of the fact that there's been that huge kerfuffle with VFC rifles being too closely spec'd to real steel rifles, and there's a huge concern with certain government bodies that airsofters or people with nefarious minds will take airsoft lure receivers and put real steel components on them and use them.
Silly ass.
Ghost gun. The Umrex 416A5 made by GHK is a little bit more realistic since Umrex has the HK license and exclusively does in the US and has GHK manufacture parts and replicas for the US market. However, same thing with the VFCs. The GHKs are very well built, and there are some GHKs that are allowed in the US that are not licensed. However, it still needs to go through an entire vetting process and needs to go through HK USA on top of all of the governing agencies. So if we are going to see it, it's going to be several years before we can actually see a lineup come in. So those two models that were specifically listed those are the reasons why we probably won't see them.
Officially. Or you take your chances and try to order it and see what happens.
Yeah, but you're never going to get any type of reimbursement
No.
if that gets seized.
No,
or
that gets
captured.
seized, you're so screwed, dude. Like, that's one of the things. That's how a lot of my friends got a lot of the gas blowbacks and things like that aren't in the U.S. They've just been like, okay, let's see what happens if I order it. But we do want to carry more GBB stuff. If you have any recommendations, I know I say this to everybody, but like email, be like, hey, I recommend these things because this is what I'm seeing in the market for us to carry, and we'll look into it. Like, we're always open to carrying new stuff. There's certain things that we would not carry because they don't sell, or like, we don't have enough of it. But like, if you have those recommendations, we're always happy to see those and try to get them in for you guys. Eric said that we should do said that we should do a live with guest call-ins. I'm so down with doing one of those because a lot of people will. I think that'd be funny. I know Eric would probably call in, and that'd be chaotic, and that'd be awesome and beautiful at the same time. Speaking of which, are you going to Eastern Front this weekend? Can't remember if you told me that or not.
Call-ins are a little bit hard to control, especially in a live format where
You
well, no, because we don't have any control over censorship. See, our jobs are on the line for what we say. Our jobs are also on the line for what guests say.
No, we'll just pawn it off. It's their fault. No, it's not our fault. We didn't say that, did we? No. Crazy. Click. Is that when we have to like start worrying about having the live like a minute or two delayed? So then we'd be like, oh, cut that out, cut that out, cut that out.
Yeah, so when I worked for the live studio production, that was something that we would do, is that we had the live stream constantly go out, but then we had separate computer stations that had the live stream of the cameras come in for the live tournament, and then we could just record the individual camera feed, listen to it, and make sure that they're not saying anything inappropriate, and then we can push it as live.
Yeah.
But it's like a several minute delayed live, so that someone in the studio can have a live reaction to something that occurred live, but it's a couple minutes delayed.
It's just like when you see like a news program, and we're going back to you, Kathy, and they just stand there like, thank you, Ron, today I'm here. It's that exact thing, yeah.
Well, that is still live, but it's a couple second delay from studio to them and then back to the studio.
Yeah.
So we ran into that all the time versus what we're doing. We're doing like the D&D chronology, like wizard time control type stuff, where we can either push something to be immediate or delay it and still tell whoever's in the studio that it is live happening in the moment.
Nice. R.I.P. Eric. Oh, I'm sure like he's not gonna make it this weekend. He's gonna hang out with some buddies, which fair, dude. Yeah, I would also like to have a weekend at home with my cats. I'm a lonely, lonely man. My girlfriend that doesn't exist, she definitely. You guys all met her, so you know she exists. Don't you dare shake your head. Don't you dare shake your head.
I've got photos of a girl in the background, but that doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, there's not a single photo of me and my girlfriend together that entire weekend. I'm sure that Elite Force, Jesus Christ. I'm sure that Eastern Front's going to play wonderfully with the new renovations of Zulu. I'm so excited to play because last time I was at Zulu was for the Gun Gamers game back there. It's not Echoes. Was it Echoes of Foreign Valley? I think it was Echoes. No, it was the. I don't know, the cycle. The cycle just got my mind a little muddled on what that was. It was a very blurry weekend because it was just so culty. But that was the best. That was such a fun field to play. Oh, that little the shotgun area with all the Connex buildings and stuff. Oh, it's beautiful. I loved it.
Relaxing is not going to be at Eastern. He's going to a Blue Mag test event in PA, and he's laughing at you because there's no way he's going to drive 800 miles on a Tuesday.
Panaf Underworld, that's what it is. Panaf Underworld. Thank you, Eric. Thank you. Yeah, I saw that. Going back over to Instagram, drove 800 miles of Tuesday.
Yeah, Grey Bush, I would also enjoy an HK rifle.
HKs. We had my dad had an HK SL8 for the longest time, and that thing was it had no muzzle brake or anything on it. It was just straight, and that was the end of it. It was nasty to shoot. Like you shoot a lot of guns, and it's like, oh, you get a little fireball. Like you shoot that, and it's just concussive at the end. That thing was one of my favorite rifles that he's ever owned.
I'm trying to decide which HK product I would want more.
I mean,
if you want to be technical, the LD583 is an HK product.
I'm going back. I'm going back. Anyways,
like an actual HK product. I think a short barrel G3. That's like the same ergonomics as like the MP5.
Oh yeah, dude. That'd be kick ass.
I think that would be sick.
That'd be kick ass. I'd love a G3.
As a home defense weapon?
308, right? What's the one gun that I see on Scott's channel, the Kentucky Ballistics channel all the time? It is the Nightmare. I forget who makes it, but it's a short-barreled 6.5, like an 8-inch 6.5 Creedmoor.
I don't know which that one is.
Oh, it is. So it's an 8-inch 6.5 Creedmoor. I think it's 6.5, or it's not Lapua. I think it's 6.5, but it's like this big.
Yeah.
And he just rolls. He's just like. Ga, 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 ga. And it's so concussive that the ground below him at standing level is getting kicked up at the same time. I want one of thems. Anyways, Relax asks, what gun would need the Redline SFR refresh rate? Miniguns, maybe? Well, miniguns, high rate M249s, things like that. When you're pushing 30 RPM, 30 RPS-ish and more, you want the highest refresh rate possible to make sure you have enough air in your system to not starve it.
Daytonas.
Ooh, that is a great example. Daytona's, yeah.
Where you need the air behind the BB as well as all of that air into the system to get it to operate.
And a lot of gas blowbacks, like I would assume, because Daytonas are like similar enough to GBB.
Daytonas are more akin to the Titman.
Oh god, yeah,
they have a lot more weight that's coming backwards, which is why the Titman need direct pressure, and gas blowbacks are running green gas, so they only need 100 psi from the magazine, and it gets distilled further down.
Why did Graybish call me? I have a hair pie. I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
Hair pie.
I don't like that at all. 196, I plan on getting a few more LCT AEGs in general because I'm a big supporter of them. I mean, they're great. High grade HK416 is on my list, but I gotta go through you guys. I'll shoot you guys an email. Yep, send us an email. He also found a company that I can get bolt AEGs from overseas and they'll ship as well. So if anyone wants one, let me know. I also have my LLC and tax ID, so I'll help anyone out that needs one. There we go. Shameless plug. Hello, Izzy. He says hi. He or she says hi. If someone says something they're not supposed to and someone posts it, just blame it on AI. Duh. I don't think we can get away with that right now.
Yeah.
Relax. I would love to. Really wouldn't imagine that Airsoft just would say something inappropriate. Yeah. Relax says Logan's girlfriend happens to be NVG/thermal shapes.
Thermal shaped.
Yeah. No, he says shapes.
I know, but autocorrect.
Yeah. What are you talking about? Your hand again? Yeah. Mine exists. Yeah, I've actually met your girlfriend. Relax. Sam, how are y'all doing? We're doing great. We're doing
Thanks,
great.
Sam.
Airsoft
How you
Doctor.
doing?
Hello, Airsoft Doctor. What's up, my dude? Ugh. I need to get meta glasses so I don't have to crane over and do this. I can just scroll like this and read. It'd be so much easier. Ooh. Why is it so hard to find MP5K, MP7, or TMP9 that is HP and not mag tapped? Oh, Ben said it's 300 Win Mag. That's what it is.
Ah.
6.5. Okay, so yeah, it's still a massive
Still
round.
powerful.
He also asked when the Black Friday sale is starting. I'm assuming Black Friday, as the sale implies, or like the Thursday, like Thanksgiving, probably at midnight. So Black Friday.
Well, they do Black Friday, Cyber Monday.
Yeah, so it's probably going to be starting on that Thursday at midnight, right after Thanksgiving / Friday morning. Anyways, why so hard to find MP5K, MP7, or TMP9 that is HPA and not mag tapped? Because those guns, so the MP5Ks are going to be AEGs converted to HPAs, right? So the most popular one that we see all the time is going to be the Jack that's thrown into those MP5s.
Well, also depends on where he's from, because VFC is making, and WeTech are making MP5s that are gas operated.
Yes, yeah. So, but he's asking for like that is HPA specific and not mag tapped. So that would be the MP5K would be the HPA, MP7 and TMP9. So the MP7 used to be popular when it had the bingo kit back in the day, but now since bingo Airsoft is defunct essentially, there's a lot of people who are just open source figuring it out, and those are notoriously difficult to HPA because of how much technical expertise is needed for not only just alignment issues, but like you have to 3D print the body of it and do a bunch of other complicated stuff. I know you have way more experience on that than anybody else. And a TMP9, which is...
There's, to my knowledge, no battery-powered system to do like a bingo kit conversion. So you're only stuck as a gas blowback.
Yeah, unless some wild mad lad guts it and throws a Polar Star system into it or something, which I thought we saw briefly on one of the forums, right?
Yeah, so Polar Star has their forum, and they were talking about the MP9, the MP7, and something else that was supposed to get a HPA conversion kit drop-in.
Scorpion?
No.
Vector.
The Vector.
Yeah, there it is.
I've been keeping my eye out for that, and I've not seen anything come through on that, so... Someone has it. I don't know who.
Somebody does. Yeah. We'll figure it out. But it's so much easier just to go ahead and get, if you're looking at the gas, like a TMP9, for example, just get a tap magazine adapter of some sort, whether that's your primary Airsoft, whether that's your tap Airsoft. It's something like that to use as your HPA system. It's the simplest thing. It's the easiest thing. It's the most widely used thing if you want to use an HPA TMP9. For the MP7s, either keep it as an AEG, or grab the gas blowback MP7 and HPA tap it as well. Unfortunately, it's just complicated. And for the MP5K, it's grab a jack. So, also I installed the new Quake stock in my 7-inch MTW, and it absolutely ate so much air that my joules dropped by 0.4 with my reg up to 150. I was forced to remove it.
So yours only dropped by 0.4 joules?
Yeah, what did your drops by at?
I haven't broken 1 joule.
Yeah, so he has his
I have
regular,
the Dig 1.
Yeah, he has the Dig 1, and it is the, like, what is that, that's a 10.3 barrel on it, so that's a 287 millimeter inner barrel.
I did not upgrade it, so it's not like a Type 4 or anything.
No, it's whatever came stock, same with mine.
I am at 140 PSI from a regulator, and yeah, I can't get it over 1 joule. I know how I can do it, but it's just like, yeah.
You eat through so much air. Like, we go to games, and after like a couple engagements, he's like, check my air, check my air. I'm like, I didn't think I'd have to do this today. Shoop. Ooh, you have like 1,500 left out of a 3,000 fill. What?
I've had to leave extra tanks in like fob bags just in case I run out while on the field.
Yeah, it's the Quake stock is an air hog. It's a very cool system. It really is, but my God, it's an air hog. Even on the lowest recoil setting, because there's the 3 settings, you have easy, medium, hard, essentially. Even on the easy, the lowest recoil setting, it still chews through so much air.
Yeah, so it's great how I don't need to adjust anything if I'm going to play indoors or outdoors.
Yeah, you just go.
But at the same time, when I'm like, when I'm at like Midsummer Nightmare or Autumn Justice, and I'm like, I could I know I could push it up to 1.8, but I physically can't
Yeah.
push it to 1.8.
I know what to do it. I just won't do it.
I literally have no more room on the regulator to push it any farther. Like, it's just maxed out at 140 psi.
Erica asks if the Bolt AEGs are good or are they just one of the cult following brands. So, I actually physically have not put my hands on a Bolt AEG that I know of yet. I have seen them. People have talked about them being like good guns, but I haven't. I personally haven't grabbed one for myself or shot with one.
My personal opinion from my personal experience, not to throw Amped under the bus, but this is before working for Amped, and this is years ago, right? So they could have changed the internals, but I doubt it. We did have a Bolt AK come in, and the weird thing with the Bolt AKs that have the electric recoil is, unlike the AR system that has the piston and cylinder in line with your buffer tube, so you have that motion and force be in line with each other, the Bolt AK has a post, like a metallic post that pops upward from the piston, and as that piston comes backward, that's what pushes the weight on through the top of the dust cover and into your shoulder. So what has happened more than once is that bolt has seared away from the piston and the entire piston assembly, and I think some other, I don't think the wiring need to get replaced, but I think one of the gears need to get replaced as well because that bolt ended up searing some of the teeth off. Anyway, it was several components that need to be replaced in the Bolt AK.
It's funny you mentioned that. So I actually just went ahead and recently looked at the Bolt stuff or Bolt products. I actually have one. So way back when they were like first coming out with it or whatever, if at least I'm not confusing it, because I was looking, I was like, wait a minute, it's the BRSS system.
Yeah.
And I have the Daniel Defense EMG Mark 18 because I bought one that had the electric recoil. It feels like a normal electric recoiling gun. Like gas blowbacks have higher recoil.
Yeah.
Other than that, I shot it like 500 rounds, and now I don't know where I put it. It's either in my parents' house, my buddy's house. It's definitely not with me here in PA, so it's somewhere in Illinois. I could not tell you where, though. Yeah. I guess that also goes to show how much I cared about an electric recoiling gun when I have shot a KWA EMG, ERG,
yeah,
which is like, I think just like way better. KWA products. KWA ERG, don't you dare put the hands down. You're going to get mocked for doing 6.7. KWA ERG products are...
But I only have 5 fingers in each hand.
I can't do it.
For Airsoft Doctor, the gameplay that we're coming out with for Autumn Justice, you're going to see Logan's perspective, his angle, and he is running the newly released gloves from Airsoft Doctor.
No, that's Real Deal Airsoft.
Or Real Deal? Oh.
Yeah, that's Jake from Real Deal.
Dang it.
Almost had a plug.
There's too many brands with the word Airsoft in it. Dang it!
I mean, yeah. No, that's from Jake from Real Deal Airsoft. But he is celebrating 11 years this weekend for Airsoft Doctor, which is awesome, dude.
Well, congrats on Airsoft Doctor.
Yeah.
Screw
No, I would love to do a Europe tour next year. Like, I'm dying for it because like he showed me pictures of his shop and it's so clean. If you guys want to like look at how I think modern Airsoft shops should be, the way his floor looks is such a clean setup. It looks awesome. So kudos to you, man. Congrats. One of these days I'll make it out there, whether it's on my own accord or underneath the AMP banner, either or. I would just love to hang out with you guys and get see that side of the world and Airsoft stuff.
Yeah, don't even get me started on Extreme Airsoft and
He's
Airsoft
coming.
Extreme.
Yeah, oh God, right? He is coming to Bolt Bash next year. I'm gonna hold you to it, buddy. I'll see you at EA Fest in September, and I'll hold you to it. But Patrick, relax. Before I go, Mr. Logan, please shoot me a DM on Insta so I can organize your warranty, please. Oh, for all the Smoky Wolves that I have. Took 1.5 months to get through customs and cross on the boat, but it does exist. Excellent. I will shoot you a DM if I can find those suppressors. They're somewhere in a box, either here or at my apartment. I don't know where they went, but It is what it is. If I don't have them, I don't have them. We run in our store 1.15 with 0.3 at 100 psi. Nice. Correction. Oh, back over to YouTube's.
Get your readers on.
Shut up. I'm not that old, even though I turned 30 in like 2 months or something like that. Ugh. Ben Herberth said, "Sick, thanks, I need a Lev AR." Yes, you do. They're awesome. I love mine. Shoots 4.0s out the box, no problem. I can shoot 4.5s with that thing with a bucking. It's great. He also said, get the TAP MP9 adapter that takes shotgun shells. Get the one that has an M4 mag on it and use BTS EPM1s with it. That's what I would recommend. ZZ Correction went from 155 with 3.2s and barely would break 1 joule. Yeah, that's sounds about right. Is there anything done that can fix that? It was a design issue, and I'm out of the money. My 3.2s would drop to the ground in 20 feet with the quake, which takes away the purpose for milsim. So as far as the joule eating or like the air consumption stuff for it, that's just how it is with the Quake, because you have to think that is taking it, essentially, you have your air input in, and it goes to the engine, and then it goes to the Quake, or it splits off. It goes to the engine first, then to the Quake, correct?
It goes into the engine, prioritizes air behind the BB, and then redirects any excess air into the Quake.
Yeah, so if you have it on the highest setting, I'm just going to use the highest setting as an example here, you're going to have less air into your... You're going to have less air volume behind the BB, period, end of story, to the Quake, because it's splitting that up. So to fix that, you would just not put the Quake on your gun. For example, I have the rate stock on my Dig 1, and that originally came with the Quake, so it has the new XTS engine in it, and I can go to 1.88. I can actually go up to all the way to 2 joules with the Quake, with the rate stock on it.
Yeah, without the Quake.
Without the Quake. So to fix your joule issue, you just don't put the Quake on. Like Talon said, he's barely able to crack 1 joule with his... Yep. As far as the 3.2s dropping 20 feet from with the Quake, did I have that issue, or did one of us had that issue?
None of us had that issue. You had velocity inconsistencies
that caused it to go all over the place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So double check that your bucking isn't torn or ripped. That's going to be the first thing to do.
Yep.
The second thing is going to be make sure that you have some type of spring on the unibarrel hop-up unit, which is counterintuitive because you have to lock the engine against the hop-up unit to begin with, so there's not really any room for the hop-up unit to push against the engine. So it should already be all the way there, but just throw the spring on there. That's the solution that we came up with that did fix. Make sure that you all, in the case of your new XTS engine, you have the 3 different plugs, which are going to be your flow reducers. Put it on the medium one, which is the green one, if I remember correctly.
It's the blue one, because the green one is the most restrictive. Whatever the medium one is.
I would need to double check.
Yeah, whatever the medium one is.
Put the medium one, and then just double check it from there.
Yeah, and then clean the shit out of your engine. We have noticed that the XTS engines get dirty pretty quickly. So, like, after a couple of Milsim games, I end up cleaning mine, especially with the Quake system in there, just because all the oil and lubricant gets in there. It is what it is. So definitely clean your engine as well, and then you'll probably be seeing some good performance differences and such.
Make sure your dwell is set up correctly.
Yeah, that's a big one.
You can go through. It is the Spartan edition, so you are able to go through and do the trigger pull testing. So you can open your dwell all the way up, which should be getting as much air into the engine as possible. And after that, tie down or like make sure that you have a few millimeters of motion on your Quake. Mm-hmm. I've noticed on mine that my Quake started to back itself out from the amount of force and air pressure.
What is it stock? 2 mil?
It's 2 mil.
2 mil? Okay, yeah. 2 mil is stock on the Quakes. Yeah. So
mine is like 4 or 5 right now, but Wolverine doesn't need to know that.
Yeah. Well, also yours just runs well at that length. Like anything, it kind of ran a little weird. So like yours just, we figured out the sweet spot with yours, which is it is what it is. So it still runs, and like you said, you don't have to change it from indoor to outdoor. So that's a plus. Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, UBG, please. What's up about Extreme? It's just like, was it Extreme Airsoft and Airsoft Extreme?
Yeah.
The fact that they're two separate companies and they flip the...
And they're on separate coasts, so you have the East Coast and you have the West Coast.
Yes.
So
it's just the confusion of the names. There's nothing up with them. It was just the confusion of the names that is funny. So, y'all remember Airsplat, though?
Whip.
R.I.P. the homies.
Whip.
I still have a sticker and a patch from them, man.
They got into a pretty bad wiggle twubble.
just a
little bit.
little bit of twubble.
Hey guys, you can't import these anymore. Someone starts importing them and sells them illegally. Aw, man.
Yeah, right? Bye, Graybush. Have a good time, man.
Have a good rest of your
going
day.
on 30. You're going on 40. I'm so sorry. I feel like I'm 44 some days. So upgrading my MTW, back to ZZ on YouTube. Upgrading my MTW with a max hop-up and a Mr. Hop Blue, and it sucks. So I put the original hop-up back in, kept the bucking. What nub should I use with the Mr. Hop Blue? Currently using an Omega. So, actually, what I did with mine is I did a standard Maple Leaf. I didn't use a Mr. Hop because I was seeing that I was having problems with my MR hops. I went to a standard Maple Leaf. I think I have a pink, which is a 75 degree.
Yes.
I have a pink 2016 or 8. Oh my god, my nose is itchy. Sorry. Ah, pick my nose on live. I have a standard pink 2016 or 2018 macaron, Maple Leaf macaron bucking, and I think I have an Omega tensioner in mind with the stock op unit and the stock barrel, and that's how I got mine to work pretty well. I've noticed for some reason the Mr. Hop just does not want to work in there. I don't know why. I've tried. It does not want to work. I would do that. That would be my best bet. Do I have a tensioner in there?
I don't know. You don't have a different tensioner.
No, so I have whatever the stock one came with then for Wolverine. So yeah.
Yeah.
So
I always go HPA with like a 75 degree.
Yeah.
The pink ones.
yeah.
Those have just always been like my go-to.
Same. So yeah, do the 2016, 2018, 75 degree macarons with the stock tensioner in it and a stock hop-up unit, and you should be able to fix a lot of those issues as well. Yeah, I've noticed that the max hop-up units, as of recent, have had some quality control issues, and as of recent, within the last year. Whether that's from MTW or your AEG ones or your GBB ones, I've just noticed that there are like more often than not problems, and I just, as we always say between the both of us, to everybody, emails, on the lives or phone calls, just stick to your stock hop-up units, man. They're just, unless like you need to upgrade it because of some wild ass issue or like it is an actual like weak point of the gun, stick to your stock hop-up units.
Yeah. I have noticed that over the years with Mats. They have the fluctuations where they do good production and then there's weird
it's like
issues.
it's a cycle, and the
Yeah.
cycle continues.
So that's why I only have one Max product. Wait, two.
I have a couple of hop-up units. One is the Evo one, but those are all when the it was in the good production cycle, like that weird bit that happened. Was right before I started, so in 2023, I figured out like a lot of stuff from the 2023 to 2022 year are like okay.
Mm-hmm.
Ever since 2023, you've seen that like QC problem go on. So I have a couple of those. I think I have one blue max hop-up unit that is currently underneath my desk that we're waiting to put that engine into to figure out.
Yeah. I have 12 rifles and 2 Max products. Yeah. In total.
Ben Herberth on YouTube asks, any way to rebuild haters? Mine leaks, and I would like to fix it as a loaner for next year, for Z9 next year. Do you know how to rebuild haters? I don't. I genuinely don't. They're broken. I just buy a new one because they're like $70 or something like that.
Yeah.
They're cheap.
So the gaskets on the haters are replaceable. They're not easily replaceable because they're like a non-blowback, so they just install them and they're cheap enough that any type of warranty work, they just pretty much just toss any haters.
Bless you.
Oh,
Only
yeah,
one. All right.
So find either another busted broken one locally and see if you can get any O-rings. Otherwise, I think Elite Force makes rebuild kits for the haters. I'm gonna double check here.
Did Elite Force pull a big brain move and make those O-rings able to be found at hardware stores, or are those?
No,
Damn.
because it's CO2, so it takes a very specific type of rubber.
It's Viton, I think it is. That's
Oh.
what they use. Well, because I know a lot of companies, like, you can find those O-rings, like, at a hardware store or something like that, which is what I think is huge when companies do that.
Well, they're not O-rings. It's the light green colored like pad that the head of the CO2 presses up against.
Oh,
And that's what gets worn out from CO2 pressure or from tensioning
the
CO2 cartridge against the puncture valve.
Also, using like thick lube has helped. So, who is it? It's Quantum. They have their air sealant lube that is basically a paste. It's like glue, and it's the best thing I've ever seen in my entire world. And I have a couple different pens from Waldo Customs Thick Lubes, and then the Quantum Thick Lube. And the Quantum Air Seal Lube is so damn good that I use it to repair a tag shell. Like an OG tag shell from back in the day that leaks and is shitty and all this other stuff. And I was like, I wonder if this is going to work because I don't have the O-rings for it because I don't. I had one O-ring that I grabbed from one of our kits that we have. Not a tagging kit, a standard off-the-shelf O-ring kit. And it didn't fit right. I'm like, oh, I wonder if this is going to work. And it worked perfectly fine. Until I shot it and the tag round didn't ignite and went like 30 feet in front of us and rolled underneath the car at Copperhead. And I was like, uh-oh. That's not how that's supposed to work. And I realized that those are CO2 shells, and we don't have any CO2 launchers. Big rip. Anyways. What do I have? ZZ, were you talking Macron or Super Macron? Super Macron 75. The Super Macron 75s.
Yeah, the hater does not have rebuild kits.
Womp womp. Sounds like you just gotta buy a new one. And then the best part about that is then you have spare parts. So.
Yeah, until that exact same pad wears out.
Buy another one. You have spare parts. And you just keep that cycle going and going and going and going. Oh man! Oh man!
Yeah, so it's that piece right there.
Yeah.
That the CO2 presses up against, so that white.
Oh, I'm sure you could find an O-ring for that. I don't know how easy it would be, but I'm sure you can.
I have not seen it anywhere out in the wild.
It's Ace Hardware. You just gotta pull an Ace Hardware or an AutoZone where you go walk up to the guy and be like, I need this exact part. Well, I can give you this part for this thing at this price. Like, no, this is exactly what I'm looking for. You have this. No, but I have. Let me look. I have this and this. He pulls out 6 different things. I'm like, none of those are what I asked for when I want this specific belt for this fucking engine. Please just give me this. What's the serial number on the car? I'm like, you don't need to know anything except for the year, the make, the I have it. I hate AutoZone. I hate
what type of gas do you put in it?
Right? I'm just like, I don't need to know any of that. I don't care.
Listen, man, I just came in for a car freshener.
I have the fucking part number. This is it. It's right. Oh. So when back in the day, now I'm on a hype train. Now I'm on an angry rant. So back in the day, when I worked at when I lived at home and I worked all my car stuff out of my parents' garage, we had an AutoZone, a Advanced Autos, and we had an O'Reilly's, very close, all like lined up basically in the same strip mall area. So we would always go, and we'd go to AutoZone first, then Advanced Autos, and then O'Reilly's, because O'Reilly's was the worst offender, period, in his story. While AutoZone was like okay-ish, then Advanced Autos depends on if the old guy was working or not. The old guy was working, he didn't give a shit. The young guy was working, he was a stickler for policy and protocol. And that was it. We'd be like, hey, this, all right, cool. And they would ask the dumb questions. I'm like, I don't care about you anymore. I'm going to the next store, and it'd be that. And yeah, it's fucking just, I have the part. I just need this belt. Yeah, can I go ahead and order it? Yeah, sure. It'll be this. I'm like, sick. Orders that part, watches him click submit order. Still gets the wrong fucking radiator. Oh, that was a pain in the ass rebuilding my FRS. Now I'm angry. Now I'm angry. Hobbies.
Yeah.
Gotta love car parts. Thank God I don't have a car that wants to blow up every 5 seconds anymore. At least I hope not. I think I need to change my oil before I go back to Chicago. I'm 1,000 miles overdue.
I'm overdue as well.
Yeah.
That's a weekend project.
Yeah. At least we're not like Mike where his car just blew up again.
Yeah. Mike be like, it turned on today.
Yeah.
It's all right.
It turned on today. And then immediately started smoking. He's, ah! Oh, yeah, boy. Simpleman 357A. I saw that if you wrap the CO2 cartridge tip in white plumber's tape, that it will stop the leak on the hater. Don't know how true that is.
I think he's saying not true, how true that is in regards to going to Ace and getting the replacement parts.
Oh.
When you talk about, oh yeah, just take that and just go to Ace.
Yeah, well, that was my childhood dealing with that shit out in the suburbs of Chicago. Those freaking dorks. I hate Ace Hardware. Just let me eBay all my parts. I wish we had an eBay store, like an eBay storefront that you could walk in to find stuff at. That'd be nice.
Nah, I just need Ace people not to act like they know more than me. I know exactly what part I need.
Exactly what you need every time.
I literally have the broken part in front of me, and I just need it replaced. And Ace be like, oh, where'd you get that? Oh, what are you looking to have done?
Fucking engine, dude. Just give me my goddamn part number. They give me my part and everything.
What are you going to use it for?
It's like pulling a Ron Swanson. Don't talk to me, I know more than you.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm like, I don't need you to distill what I'm doing anything with any of these parts for.
Not at all.
Just tell me where this part is.
You know what the best part is? Like, in the back, so at a lot of those hardware stores, you can, like, see the shelving units and things. Mm-hmm. At one point, I would go to Advance and all those other places so often that I knew, like, almost exactly where they'd be pulling for stuff from. And I had a buddy who worked at Advance, so it kind of helped. I'd be able to go behind the counter every once in a while. I'm like, no, I know where that belt is. It is that shelf right there. No, it's right there. But, well, you know the gas type, like that exact trope. I'm like, no, this is the third time I've snapped the belt because I'm doing something wrong. I know where you're going to pull it from. Just grab it. It's that box. Whatever. I'm done grapping about it because I'm going to get on my high horse how these cars are better than these cars and the hardware, I don't know.
You don't need to know how many liters my vehicle has for a car freshener, okay? Just let me purchase the car freshener.
That is the best approximation of
any AutoZone.
any auto parts place. That's why I love going to like Pick Your Parts. Like going to a Pick Your Part is one of my favorite things ever because I just walk in with like my tools and I walk out with the parts. I wish we had more Pick Your Parts here in Pittsburgh, but we have like 1 or 2, maybe even 3, and they're just are mid. In Chicago, we have LKQ. Mm-hmm. And, oh my, dude, I had a missing part. Like, I'll just go to LKQ, have a field day, like walk around, see all like the cool broken down cars. Like there was this one that would constantly get muscle cars, like old, like vintage cars in for some reason. I mean, they're skeletons at that point. Like there was a 1980 C3 that had an engine fire. 1980, 1981 C3, yellow, had an engine fire. And so like the whole hood's blacked out and stuff, but the rest of it's like gutted. I grabbed a gauge cluster piece from it for my 1980 that I had, and it was just weird. Some of the cars you see in those places are insane. Also, the way people like take the amount of sawzalls. The one that had to put a ban on welding tools because they're like, no, you can't have welders in here, or like not welders. What are they?
Torches.
Torches. Thank you. Couldn't have torches in there, so like people were like instead bringing like massive chop sausage. Saw one dude with the Jaws of Death machine that firefighters use. I was like, I didn't think you could get this as a civilian, but like, okay then. Not to derail the conversation about car parts and where we gotta pick them from, considering this is an Airsoft stream. Yeah. Did you have lunch yet?
Kind of.
Kind of?
Yeah.
You want to go to Chipotle after this?
I gotta film something with Ross first.
Ross, I'm gonna take him to Chipotle first.
I mean, we can film.
Unless, Ross, you want to go to Chipotle with us?
No, I didn't have lunch.
Well, that sucks for you, man.
Hey, after filming, we can stop at Goodwill.
Well, no, I gotta stay here. I gotta get my stuff ready for Eastern Front this weekend.
Oh, so you can't get Chipotle.
So no, I'm getting Chipotle, and then I'm going back here to get my stuff ready for Eastern Front this weekend. Also, I don't think any of the Goodwills here are gonna have anything good. So we recently had a discussion because I got these really kick-ass, and I didn't wear them today, but I got these really kick-ass sneakers at Goodwill out by my folks' place that with the Goodwills that you can have in certain areas, dependent on the communities around it. So like in my parents' area, it's like a middle class to upper middle class. You get all those people who are just dropping off like several $100 items. Like you made a comment about Arcturus and Patagonia. Didn't who picked up an Arcturus recently?
Not Arcturus.
Patagonia?
It's Patagonia and the other Dead Bird Society thing. Arc'teryx, why am I blanking on this? The other high-end clothing brand.
Arc'teryx.
But you've been saying
Arcturus. It's Arc'teryx. It's A-R... Yeah,
TYX.
The hat that I have, that
Yes.
Capechi gives me. Yes.
The $90 hat.
Yes. the $90 fucking ball cap, which is insane. Thank you again, Capechi, if you're listening in on this. But,
Yeah, he found the Deadbird Society jacket.
Yeah.
And he found Patagonia pants.
yeah, which is insane. So we wanted to do a little Goodwill hunt. Hey, next weekend, not next weekend, but the weekend after that, before all the Thanksgiving crap goes on, we could just do a Thanksgiving hunt or a Goodwill hunt around the area.
Well, I also need a wool sweater.
Oh.
Because
Why
mine
you
are up
need
in
a wool
Wisconsin.
Why do you need a wool sweater? What are you
Nice and
doing?
warm.
You're just like, I just want to be cozy.
I was like, do I order a cold weather kimono?
A
Or do I-
cold weather kimono? Is there
Yeah.
a cold weather kimono?
Yeah. It gets cold up in Japan.
There's no way that I never heard of cold weather kimono. I have a couple
Yeah.
kimonos.
And it's just the top. It's not a... Well, you can get a full body one, but it's typically just the top.
Why are they so expensive?
Because they're made with really nice materials, and they have to be imported. Back to Airsoft.
No, hold on. I want a cold weather kimono.
Zach 10280, what do y'all think about the AAPL1? I think it's slick.
Yeah. Cold weather kimonos are pretty cool.
Not a fan.
Anyways.
Not a fan of the Wii clone.
Yeah, no,
The Galaxy.
The AAPO ones are where it's at. I know so many people who have switched over from Glocks and high capas over to the AAPO ones, and the best part about that, since they take Glock mags, you already have all the adapters on the market and stuff, and they are bulletproof. Airsoft Doctor, actually, funny enough, shout out to him, has built some crazy custom platforms off of that thing, and it is just tack drivers and insane fire rates and very just incredibly well built. So if you're looking for a starter pistol, or if you're looking for a pistol that you can actually move into a crazy, insane custom scene, I highly recommend the AAPO1. I think that at the end of the day as well, they are more easily customizable than high capas. I don't know if you share that sentiment. And more robust than high capas, 100%.
Yes, there are a lot more aftermarket options, I think, that are a easier drop-in compared to like high cap or anything that has a articulating slide.
Yes.
Because the AAPO1 has
God.
an internal blowback unit housing rather than a slide. Less moving parts means better tolerances and better aftermarket options because third-party manufacturers don't need to worry about those tolerances. They just make a lot more parts.
Yeah. Yeah. Is this the kimono stuff?
Yeah. So.
Oh, you want to get a jacket? Okay, that looks kind of tight.
That's not a jacket. It's just a top. That's not a jacket.
Sorry. Half. They're not the full row.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Just the top.
I kind of want one of these. That's kind of slick.
Yeah, and it's a 3/4 sleeve as well.
Yeah.
So what I do, where you see me roll my sleeves up.
Yeah.
But it's like it's right at that length.
It's kind of like the ones that I have because I have a couple kimonos from Savage Tacticians. They had a couple drops go on, and I have two of them. One of them looks like a Versace print, and the other one looks like, well, they both look like Versace prints. That's where they got their inspiration, but they're like actual silk robe kimono style things.
But you're not a kimono.
It's
a bathrobe.
Bathrobe. Well, the way it's styled up, because it also does come to here and stuff, and the lengths and everything looks.
Same thing with bathrobes.
Yeah, but this one is marketed as a kimono. Like if you look it up, it looks like a kimono. It doesn't look like a bathrobe. It is not at all anywhere close to look like a kimono, but it is marketed as that. So they're nice.
If I take my white bed sheets and throw them over my shoulders like a toga, do I deserve a place on the
Yes, you do.
the Greek Council?
Yes, you do.
That's wild.
Yes, you do. And
That's
on that
wild.
note, we are going to end it off here. Before we start getting into the intricacies of what is and what is not a kimono, but that is it for the Amp Lunchtime Live. Coming up event-wise, we have This Weekend is Eastern Front, which I will be at, as well as our production guy, Logan. The other Logans, so Logan and Logan will be there this weekend.
Logie Square.
Logie Square, going out to Zulu 24
Square
to hang
up.
out with those boys. I'm so excited.
Square up.
I always love going up and hanging out with Jordan and the guys, as well as the AMS crew. The following weekend, we have nothing, which is awesome. We have a weekend off. I will be not home, unfortunately. You will be home, which will be nice for you. And then I think after that is we have one more weekend after that. Then we got Thanksgiving, and then we have Reindeer Games, which is December 7th and 8th, and Black Sea Storm, which is also that weekend. as well as 2 other events to shout out that weekend, which is MSATO. They are having an event out at the New York Orange Correctional Facility, and then you have Milsom Merks, which is doing an event out at Brushy Mountain. So we will not be at Milsom Merks or MSATO, but we will be out at MSW as well as Reindeer Games. You're coming with me to Reindeer Games, right?
Yes, that's planned.
Yeah.
Will we get in trouble if I hold a pistol box? Dang it. So don't forget about the giveaway, which is the SIG ProForce P226 full blowback. That is
B229.
B229. That is back behind the camera. That is 50-50 if I can even hold the box to show you guys. That is
On our post.
that is going to be in the giveaway. Don't forget to also check out our Discord that we launched last
Yes,
week.
we did that.
And people are already popping. It is posted.
It is time for a nap. It is time for the nap.
And I got to go film after this.
Well, have fun. All right, we're out. I'm going to go get lunch.